Have you ever stopped to think that your computer, well, it just kind of works? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and meet the invisible team that makes every single click, every tap, and every keystroke actually happen. You know, you move your mouse, an icon on the screen lights up, you hit a key, a letter just appears. It really does feel like magic, doesn't it? But it's not. It's actually this super organized, incredibly efficient team effort that's happening behind the screen every single second you're using it. And at the very heart of it all, you've got the manager, your operating system, or OS. You know, whether you're on Windows, Mac OS, or something else, the OS is the one in charge. But like any good manager, it doesn't do all the work alone. Nope, it's got a whole team of specialists to handle the details. So let's meet them. First up, let's talk about the team's communication specialists. These are the folks who make sure everyone is speaking the same language. I'm talking about your computer's drivers. So what exactly is a driver? Well, technically, it's just a small piece of software, but its job is huge. It lets your operating system, our manager, talk to and control all the physical stuff plugged into your computer. We're talking your printer, your mouse, your graphics card, everything. The best way to think about it is like this. Your OS doesn't speak printer, and it has no idea how to speak webcam. So the driver steps in and acts as a translator. The OS gives a general command, like print this page, and the driver translates that into the super specific instructions that the hardware can actually understand and carry out. So where do these amazing translators even come from? Well, a lot of the basic ones come pre-installed right with your OS. For fancier hardware, you might have to go to the manufacturer's website and download them yourself. And then there's the magic of plug and play, where your OS just finds and installs the right driver automatically. But here's a little pro tip. Plug and play often just gives you a generic driver that gets the job done. If you really want to unlock all the cool features of your hardware, say the advanced settings on a gaming mouse, it's always best to get the specific driver straight from the vendor. Okay, but what happens when the translator has the wrong script? I mean, what if you use a driver that's out of date, or worse, one that's for a totally different piece of hardware? The answer is not pretty. You get a hardware malfunction. The whole communication chain just breaks down. Your printer suddenly won't print, or your screen might start showing weird colors. So yeah, having the right driver isn't just a nice to have, it's absolutely essential. Okay, so drivers let the OS talk to all the hardware. But how do we talk to the OS? That is where the next part of our team comes in. We're talking about interfaces. And we've basically got two main ways to give our commands. On one hand, you have the GUI, the graphical user interface. This is your desktop, your icons, your mouse pointer. Think of it as the friendly front desk that most of us use every day. But on the other hand, you've got the CLI, the command line interface. This is like the direct intercom to the manager's office. It's all text-based and it is powerful. Now, why would you use it? Because it lets you script really complex automated tasks and gives you direct access to settings you'd never even find in the visual GUI. And you can find this direct intercom on your very own machine. If you're using a Mac, it's an app called Terminal. On Windows, you actually get two options, the classic command prompt and the more modern, much more powerful tool called PowerShell. All right, now that we know how to talk to the OS, let's take a look at the special tools that our manager keeps on hand just to make sure everything keeps running smoothly. This is the OS's own built-in toolbox, the utilities. So system utilities are basically a whole suite of built-in programs that are designed to help you manage, monitor, customize, and maintain your computer. They are the wrenches, the screwdrivers, and the diagnostic kits of your digital world. And let me tell you, this toolbox is absolutely packed. Inside, you're going to find tools for automating tasks, all kinds of accessibility features, utilities for managing your hard drive, tools for diagnosing network problems, and even ways to monitor every single little process running on your computer. Let's make this really practical. Let's say you want to be proactive and run a disk cleanup every single Friday afternoon just to keep your machine running nice and tidy, but you don't want to have to remember to do it yourself every week. Can the OS's toolbox help you out? Absolutely. On Windows, the utility you're looking for is called Task Scheduler. You can just set it and forget it. On a Mac, the tool for the job is called Automator, which lets you build these incredibly powerful custom workflows. It's a perfect example of using these built-in utilities to make your life just a little bit easier. So we've met the translators, the communicators, and we've peeked inside the toolbox. Now let's just bring it all together and talk about why this whole team is so incredibly important. Let's just quickly recap the essentials here. First, drivers are that vital link the glue that connects your OS to your hardware and makes it all usable. Second, you've got two main ways to talk to your computer: the easy-to-use visual GUI for your everyday stuff, and the powerful text-based CLI for when you need advanced control. And finally, don't forget that your OS is packed with utilities, that toolbox, to help you maintain and customize your entire system. See, once you understand this team, the drivers, the interfaces, the utilities, it kind of demystifies your computer, right? It empowers you to use it way more effectively. So the final question is for you. Now that you've been properly introduced, which tool are you going to explore next? Are you going to master the visual world of the GUI? Or are you going to open up that black box and unlock the raw power of the CLI? The choice is all yours.